Yeah, let me continue in this part 2 video of IPL happenings of this week. Let me move further. Yeah, let me see. Exclusive warning never made us feel we were domestic players, says 2008 IPL hero Swapnil Asnotkar. Welcome to 18. On April 18, 2008, cricket changed forever. The IPL, when it was launched, was taken with a pinch of the salt by the purists. It had to be. Back then, the T20 format was still pajama cricket, despite India winning the T20 World Cup a year previously. As the IPL enters adulthood, it has become one of the biggest sporting brands in the world, and it has remained the breeding ground for young Indian talents. Shane Warne's Rajasthan Royals were the story of the first season. Not only did they go to the win the title, the team also mother bend with some future stars like Ravindra Jadeja. Yusuf Pathan would boast his World Cup winners medal. They still swear by their skipper who had left for this heavenly abode 3 years ago. Royals have retired their shirt number 23. The inaugural edition also saw a batter from a cricketing backwater scripting his own story. Swapnil Asnotkar from Goa scored 311 runs from 9 matches for Royals. Strike rate of 133.47 back in those days. It was staggering for an opener. As the format evolved, 150 plus has become the new normal. How it all began. In those days, there were catchment areas for different franchises, and I was basically falling out into the Bangalore catchment area, Asnotkar said, speaking to. So OCB had the first choice to pick me up, but then somehow I didn't get any chance in OCB. But one fine evening, I just got a call asking me if I had signed with any team and if I would like to be a part of Rajasthan Royals team. That was a big surprise for me. I straight away gave them the confirmation saying that I have not signed up with any team and I would definitely love to be a part of the Rajasthan Royals team. He had to wait his turn warming the bench for first 5 matches. When the opportunity came, he grabbed it with both hands. Actually, we had a small camp before the tournament began. Asnotkar recounted, and therefore, fortunately, I had done well. I had done well in match simulations. Also, we had one practice match where I scored 47. So, Warne was very happy the way we went about, and he had told me from the beginning. Once the squad was shortlisted, you have to prepare yourself really well. I will throw you in any time. The right thing happened at the right time. One was a legend and a larger than life figure. It was not easy for an uncapped Indian player to walk up to him for a conversation. As I said, we had a small camp prior to the tournament, and the first interaction with Warne was like we all introduced ourselves as the Indian players. Basically, uncapped Indian players said Ashnotkar. The moment my turn came, I said I'm from Goa. He had a big smile on his face and he was like, "Oh, the land of beaches." Warne, along with our coach Darren Barry, and had named me Goa Cannon. The lowdown on Warne's man management followed. Warne never made us feel that we were domestic players. He treated everyone equally. The inaugural edition was the only time when the IPL had Pakistan players. Royals had Sohail Tanvir, Yunus Khan, and Kamran Akmal. How did they mix with the Indian boys? They were as good as the all other international players. They really gelled well. As Notkar adding, we had a good time with them, lots to learn from them, and obviously the understanding was really good at that time. Back then, and it's the reason I said we gelled really well as a team. The outcome was we went on to win the championship. Circa 2008 gave Asnotkar the base to aim higher. Unfortunately, he couldn't build on it. Injuries were a reason also next year when the IPL moved to South Africa due to general elections in the country. He struggled to cope up with extra months. At 41, he's a coach now, but calling him the predecessor to the likes of Abhishek Sharma. Openers who stands set the stands on fire these days won't be an exaggeration. Asnotkar resorted to modesty. I had my own brand of cricket, he said. Well, Abhishek Sharma, the kind of explosive batting, what he does at the moment is unbelievable. It's really nice to see. He's taking on the bowlers at will, as the game has changed in a long way. As he signed up, Asnotkar recollected his favorite IPL memory. We had a doll called Pinky. It was a pink doll, a big doll. So it was like the guy who erred the disciplinary side had to carry it for 24 hours wherever he went. So that was a very funny thing for us. But at the same time, it was embarrassing to carry the doll wherever you want. This was brought by Voni. I can proudly say that I never got the role. The next was the top 3 highlights from MI vs SRH match. Hardik Pandya's contribution. Hardik led from the front with 21 runs of 9 balls at a strike rate of 233, which included 3 fours and a 6. His bowling changes and the field placements were inch perfect. One example of this was when he gave 3 overs to Will Jacks, who is not a regular bowler. Will Jacks surprised everyone with his spell of 2 for 14 from the 3 overs, bowling at an impressive economy rate of 4.7. He took 2 crucial wickets, those of Ishan Kishan and Travis Head. In the middle overs, he spotted Ishan coming down the track and cleverly bowled outside of the reach, leading to a string with the bat. Jacks was the top performer in the main innings, scoring 36 runs of 26 balls at a strike rate of 138, including 3 fours and 2 sixes. Legends Glover awarded a lifeline to Ryan Rickleton. Ryan Rickleton was dismissed on the 5th ball of the 7th over when he was caught by Pat Cummins at cover of Jason Ansari's bowling. However, as Rickleton was walking off, the 4th umpire intervened. It was found that wicketkeeper Henrik Claessen's glove were in front of the stumps when the ball made contact with the bat, rendering it a no ball. Rickleton was on 21 runs at that moment. The next one was Will Jack shines for MI with all-round show at Wankhede. In the clash between Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad at Wankhede Stadium, Will Jacks emerged with a standout performance for his new franchise, showcasing a brilliant all-round performance that earned him the Player of the Match award. Jacks, who was bought by MI in the IPL 2025 mega auction, justified his addition with his disciplined bowling and confident batting. With the ball, he proved to be the game changer for MI by taking 2 crucial wickets in his 3 overs, which included Ishan Kishan and Travis Head, conceding 14 runs at an economy rate of 4.62. The tournament's been a bit of slow start for the team and myself. When MI came to chase, Jack showed calmness at bold hits, while anchored the middle overs. He smashed 36 runs of 26 balls with an impressive strike rate of 138, which included 3 fours and 2 sixes. His innings provided a much needed push to MI's chase. During the post-match presentation, Jack said the tournament's been a bit of slow start for the team and myself. It's incredibly frustrating. Very happy to have done that. Tough start, dropping a catch first ball. I was a bit late on it. Not much else to say. Should have got it. Taken me a bit of time to settle into the new franchise. Comfortable and confident now. Great setup, loads of star players to learn of, trying to take advantages of that. The next one was KKO's Varun Chakravarti unhappy with no ball ruling. Tweet goes viral. Mumbai Indians secured a comfortable 4-wicket win over Sunrisers Hyderabad in the ongoing IPL. This victory marked MI's 3rd win of the season. However, a controversial moment during the game sparked debate as KKR spinner Varun Chakravarti voiced his disagreement with the no ball decision. The incident happened on the 5th ball of the 7th over during MI's innings. Jason Ansari was bowling when Ryan Rickleton played a shot that resulted in catch by SRH keeper Pat Cummins. Initially, it looked like legal dismissal, but revealed that keeper Henrik Claessen's glove had moved in front of the stumps before the ball was played. As a result, the delivery was called a no ball, and MI were awarded a free hit. This decision did not sit well with Chakravarti, who took to Twitter to share his frustration. He wrote, "If the keeper's glove come in front of stumps, it should be a dead ball and a warning to the keeper, so that he doesn't do that again. Not a no ball and the free hit." What did the bowler do? Thinking out loud, and what do you all think? Chakravarti has been in good form this season, picking up 10 wickets in 7 matches. However, his team, the defending champions Knight Riders, have struggled to find consistent form. KKR have managed only 3 wins from their first 7 games. Varun and his teammates will look to bounce back when they face Gujarat Titans on the April 21 in Kolkata. Nitish Kumar Reddy's form a concern for SRH despite a promising past. Nitish Kumar Reddy's performance last season, scoring 303 runs in 13 matches, was instrumental in Sunrisers Hyderabad reaching the finals. As a result, the franchise decided to retain him for the current season. However, little did they know that Reddy would struggle to regain his form His performance against Mumbai Indians, scoring 19 of 21, was a major eye-opener for the team. This season, the all-rounder is currently averaging 21.83 with a total of 131 runs from 7 matches. On the bowling front, he is yet to make an impact, but considering his potential and if he finds consistency with the bat, he might be handed the ball soon. Though that's a conversation for another day. Should any decision arise, Nitish struggles to get going. Reddy's struggles have been evident this season. SRH have faced significant setbacks, losing 4 of their last 6 matches with minimal contribution. His performances during his stretch have not been promising. Starting with his 30 of 15 against Rajasthan Royals, he followed up with 32 of 28 against Lucknow, against Delhi, 19 of 15 against KKR, and 31 of 34 against GT. In SRH's most recent win against Punjab, they did not give opportunity to bat as the openers completed the chase successfully. With SRH campaign stuttering, Reddy needs to step up and deliver valuable contributions, both for the team's fortunes and to bolster his own performance chart. Rohit Sharma fails again after a good start. Rohit Sharma, one of the most successful captains in the history of IPL, having won 6 titles, is struggling with his form this year. With the bat. Though in today's match he gave a promising start, he eventually fell prey to Sunrisers Hyderabad captain Pat Cummins for 26 for 16. Rohit had a poor record against Mohammad Shami in previous IPL seasons, but today he went after him in the third over of Mumbai Indians innings, hitting 2 sixes, one of which was his trademark pull shot. He hit another 6 of Pat Cummins in the next over. Just when he looked set to play his first beginnings of the season, he played a gorgeous cover but straight to the hands of a curve fielder. Rohit has now scored 82 runs in 6 innings in IPL 2025. Rohit's misery began in the first match against Chennai Super Kings, where he got out for a duck. His next few scores were 8, 13, 17 and 18. After this match, he has now scored a total of 82 runs in 6 innings with an average of 13.67 and strike rate of 140.86. Earlier, after being put into bat, Sunrisers Hyderabad posted 162 for 5 in their 20 overs. Abhishek Sharma was the top scorer of SRH with 40 of 28 balls, while Clint made 37 and Travis Head contributed 28. Will Jacks was the pick of the bowlers for MI with figures of 2 for 14. The next we're gonna see about top 3 fantasy picks for and fantasy 11 for 12 MI vs SRH game. The first one is pitched about. Pitched about saying that Wankhede Stadium will favour the batters, and with short boundaries, a high scoring game is expected today. Head to head, these teams have clashed against each other in 23 games, with MI having the upper hand with 12 wins compared to SRH 10 wins, 1 match and a tie. 3 fantasy picks. Abhishek Sharma, Karan Sharma, Harshal Patel. Abhishek Sharma, what a comeback it was, the SRH batter in the last match, and the two with the century worthy performance. All eyes were set on him in today's match with good expectations coming in. Karan Sharma, his 3 for 36 spell against Delhi Capitals was quite the highlight, taking important wickets of Abhishek, Pural, Rahul and Trishan Subs. He is expected to do well in today's game on the home ground. Harshal Patel, the bowler, has shown great form with the 4 for 42 against Punjab Kings. The total of 8 wickets this season. Harshal's spell for the team will come to play if he successfully brings his skills into a bowling lineup. Top 3 battles in today's game in IPL 2025. First one is Rohit Sharma versus Mohammad Shami. Rohit and Shami, 2 stalwarts of Indian cricket, are not having the great IPL season so far. Shami has become the highest run conceding Indian bowler in this edition. This battle at the top of the order will be interesting, as Rohit could not score heavily against Shami in the past. In the IPL, Shami has bowled 48 balls to Rohit, conceding just 65 runs, dismissing him 3 times the strike rate of 112. The next one was Travis Head versus Jasprit Bumrah. Bumrah, a modern day great and a top IPL bowler, faces off against explosive Travis Head, who has lit up the tournament in recent seasons. Through Bumrah missed the first few matches of this IPL, Head started the season in the blistering form. So far in the IPL, Bumrah has bowled 14 balls to Head, conceding 19 runs without dismissing him. The result of this battle could set the tone for the match. The next one was between Surya Kumar Yadav versus Pat Cummins. Surya is in good form this season, and Pat Cummins has been contributing well for SRH with both bat and ball. This duel could have been decision number low. So far in IPL, Surya has faced 39 balls from Cummins, scoring 44 runs and getting dismissed twice. The next one we're gonna see about updated points table, orange cap and purple cap list after DC and RR clash. The 2025 IPL season is on the verge of reaching the halfway stage, and it has been nothing less than promising so far from all the teams. 4 teams have already played 7 games, with the others remaining by 1. Delhi Capitals, which was not even the top 5 last season, is currently leading with 10 points, while a team like CSK sits at the bottom. DC had 2 points in from yesterday's win against Rajasthan Royals, who are currently in the 8th spot with the 4 points. Titans are no longer in the first spot with 8 points. Top spot has been taken by Delhi. Bangalore are at the 3rd spot with 8 points, followed by Punjab Kings and Lucknow. Next, KKR remain in the 6th spot with 6 points. MIRR, SRH and CSK are at the bottom 4 with 4 points each. Orange cap list led by Nicholas Buran, Sashi Doshi and Mitchell Marsh, and purple cap holders are Noor Ahmed, Kuldeep Yadav, Khalil Ahmed. Next one is Tushar Deshpande's expensive outing in Delhi. When Rajasthan Royals paid 6.5 crore for Tushar Deshpande in the IPL 2025 action, it was expected that he is going to be a key player for the franchise in this ongoing tournament, but he was failed to live up to the expectations so far based on his inconsistency with the ball. In today's game versus Delhi Capitals, he went wicketless and conceded 38 in 3 overs at an economy of 12.66. Including today's game, he has only 5 wickets to his name in 6 games. In the last 2 seasons, he picked up 38 wickets in 29 games, but he has failed to take wickets at a regular interval this season so far. In today's game, in his first over, DC's batter Abhishek Borel put him for 2 fours, 1 6 and 2 fours again in 5 consecutive deliveries, and the 23 run completely derailed his rhythm. However, apart from him, all the other order pacers did well as DC scored 188 for 5 in 20 overs. In reply, Aurora also scored the same and the match went to super over. There, DC showed their nerves and went in front of the home crowd. In the match between DC's, Mitchell Starc produced a memorable death bowling performance by executing superb Yorkers where Tushar had a game to forget in the last 2 games. He has now conceded 15 runs without taking a single wicket. Hence, he will be expected to get back in form by taking some wickets in the upcoming games. Otherwise, things might get trickier for our skipper Sanju Samson. The top 3 highlights for DC vs RR match. Starc's death bowling performances of both captain Samir Rizvi's brilliant fielding. Starc's death bowling. Starc was adjudged man of the match for his performance in the death overs and the super over. Though he finished with figures of 1 for 36, which might not seem impressive at first glance, his impact was crucial in taking the match to the super over. Starc bowled the 18th over when 31 runs were needed from 3 overs. He delivered excellent slow balls and Yorkers, taking the important wicket of Nitish Rana while conceding just 8 runs in the 20th over. With 9 runs required, Starc again bowled brilliant Yorkers to push the game into the super over. He continued his fine form there as well, conceding only 11 runs. Performances of both captains. Akshar Patel, the DC captain, delivered a solid all-round performance with both bat and ball. He scored 34 runs of just 14 balls at a strike rate of 242 and took 1 for 223 wicket of Riyan Parag. Aurora's captain Sanju Samson looked dangerous with the bat, scoring 31 of 19 balls before being forced to retire hurt, a turning point in the match. Samir Rizvi's brilliant fielding with 21 runs needed of 11 balls. Dhruv Jurel lofted a delivery from Mohit Sharma to a deep wicket. Samir Rizvi fielding the region made a stunning save by pounding the back of the boundary. Had he not managed that, DC might not have made it to the final over. It was a pivotal moment that kept DC alive in the match. The first super over courtesy of Mitchell Starc's brilliant last over. In a nail-biting match between Delhi and Rajasthan, Mitchell showcased a masterclass in death over bowling. Defending 9 runs in the final over, he conceded only 8 and the game ended as a tied one as both the teams scored 180 runs each. The fans got to witness this IPL season's first super over, with Rajasthan Royals requiring only 9 runs of the final 6 deliveries of and 6 wickets in hand. Things were heavily loaded in that direction, but Stark had plans of his own, beginning with a well-angled yorker to Shimran Hetmeyer that gave only a single run. After that, Hetmeyer and Dhruv Jurel took out singles and doubles. Then the last ball turned out to be do or die as Jurel refused to take another run while running between the wickets in the second last ball that left only one ball for 2 runs to win. Jurel played the yorker to mid-wicket and ran aggressively, but in attempting the second, he slipped. A quick throw by Akshar Patel to Rahul saw Jurel get run out by a mile, triggering a roar through the Arun Jaitley Stadium as the match was tied. Stark gave only 8 runs and turned the tables with his accuracy under pressure in such a situation. The super over also he impressed with his tight bowling and considered 11 runs, which DC batters chased in just 4 balls and packed with the win in front of their home crowd. Next was Stark's chance as Delhi edge past RR in super over thriller. Delhi captains pulled off a thrilling win in a dramatic super over against Rajasthan Royals at Arun Jaitley Stadium. After both teams ended the innings tied at 188, DC successfully chased down 12 runs in the super over to claim their 5th win of the season. Finally, after 31 matches, the IPL got a super over. Chasing 189, the Royals made a strong start as Ashwi and Samson put on 61 run opening stand. However, Samson was forced to retire after a fluent 31 of 19 balls. Jaiswal continued with his attacking intent, scoring 51 of 37 deliveries. Tishana rode his luck on his way to 51 of 28 balls at a strike rate of 182 in the final overs. Dhruv Jurel and Shimran Hetmeyer brought Aurora close, but they fell 1 run short of their victory target as DC managed to hold their curve. With Aurora needing 9 runs after the last over, DC skipper Akshar Patel handed the ball to Mitchell Stark, who delivered under pressure by conceding just 8 runs. The match was tied and moved to super over. Stark bowled again and produced another brilliant over, conceding only 11 runs. However, a controversial moment arose when he bowled a no ball after his back foot touched the sideline. Though frustrating for DC, the decision was correct as per the rule book. In the chase, KL Rahul and Tristan Stubbs smashed 13 runs of just 4 balls, sealing the victory. DC's innings earlier was anchored by Abhishek Poral's 49 of 37, had KL Rahul's 38 of 32, Stubbs added an unbeaten 34 of 18, while Akshar chipped in with a blistering 34 of just 14 balls, a strike rate of 242.85. The all-rounder also impressed with his captaincy, especially with his bowling changes and using Stark at the death. For his outstanding death bowling under pressure, Stark was rightfully in play a number of the match. With this win, DC have now won the first 5 out of 6 games and sitting in the top spot with 10 points, with a net run rate of .744. Did Mitchell Stark bowl a no ball? What does the rule say? In the match between Delhi Capitals and the RR, we witnessed the first super over of the season. On the 4th ball of the super over, Mitchell Stark bowled a no ball, which sparked controversy. Stark and Akshar Patel were not happy with the decision. Interestingly, the third umpire took some time to declare it a no ball. What is the rule of backward no ball? As later, 21.5 fair delivery. The feet for a delivery to be fair in respect of the feet in the delivery stride 21.5.1. The bowler's back foot must land within and not touching the return crease appertaining to his stated mode of delivery. As per the rule, since the decision was correct, it had to be a no ball. Super over as Aurora could manage only 11 runs. Ultimately, DC scored those runs in 4 balls and won the match. Fair delivery, the feet. For a delivery to be fair in respect of the feet in the delivery stride, the bowler's back foot must land within and not touching the return crease appertaining to his stated mode of delivery. Earlier, while batting first, DC posted a strong total of 180 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in 20 overs. Abhishek Poral was the highest scorer for DC with 49 runs, while Tristan Stubbs, KL Rahul and Akshar Patel chipped it with scores in 30s chasing 189. Aurora started well and looked to finish the match with just 9 runs needed in the final over. Stark displayed a masterclass in death bowling and restricted Aurora to 188, leading to super over. The next one we have to see about Sam Billingshaw's verdict on IPL versus PSL. During the post-match press conference at the 10th edition of Pakistan Super League, England wicketkeeper batter Sam Billings, who currently plays for Lahore Qalandars, expressed his opinions regarding the standing of international T20 leagues. Billings had been a part of two of the IPL franchises, Chennai Super Kings and KKR. Billings put special emphasis on the IPL's better team culture and consistency. Billings' comment have renewed debates focusing the IPL and PSL. While the IPL is known for its international popularity, heavy financial investments, and world-class infrastructure, the PSL claims to be competitive as well as having the strength of local talent from Pakistan. It's hard to look past the IPL as the premier competition in the world. Sam Billings. When Pakistani question Billings, the PSL is one of the most hyped T20 leagues around the world, but it stands nowhere when to glamour and charm of IPL. Billings gave a witty reply to the reporter, "You want me to say something silly? It's hard to look past the IPL as the premier competition in the world. It's very obvious. Every other competition is just behind. You know, in England, we are tied to do the same. Like PSL as the second best competition in the world, Big Bash 2 trying to do the same." In short, while Billings both highlight the IPL's excellence in team culture and consistency, the PSL's competitiveness and depth of talent continue to earn it respect on the cricketing stage. Each league provides a different experience and adding richly to the world of T20. Yeah, now we have seen about happenings of the last week. Okay, can we move on to the next week? Thank you.